In this video, we'll be discussing Standard 5 from the domain Curriculum Teaching and Learning, or CTL 5. CTL 5 states, lesson plans and activities for all classrooms are developmentally and culturally appropriate, support children's individual differences, and align to the New Jersey Birth to 3 standards and/or the New Jersey Preschool Teaching and Learning standards. This standard is required for Level 3 rating submission. What's the intent? To ensure that lesson plans reflect on children's developmental stage and their cultural background. In early childhood programs, instructional methods should be individualized, recognizing that each child is a unique individual with his or her own temperament, learning styles, culture, language, interest, and abilities. Therefore, teachers use intentional teaching methods that incorporate the process of individualizing activity and lesson plans for each child based on getting to know each child's needs, interests, and abilities, creating opportunities for learning that builds on children's interests, scaffolding children's learning through supportive interactions, and monitoring children's progress toward achieving important goals. Further, lessons and activity plans should align with state standards and guidelines reflecting on latest research to support meaningful growth and development. How many points are possible? This standard is worth 2 points and is either met or not met. What is the required evidence? This standard requires lesson plans and a narrative. The lesson plans must be from all classrooms and should reflect individualized activities that are aligned to New Jersey Birth to 3 learning standards and/or the New Jersey Preschool Teaching and Learning standards, including standards that address cultures within the classroom and community, as well as individualized education plans, 504 plans, or individualized family service plans. If the program is not using a state-approved curriculum, lesson plans must be coded to indicate how activities are aligned with state standards. The narrative here serves as context to explain your story and highlight for raters what they should be noticing about your lesson plans. Here are some tips. Ask yourself these questions. Are teachers clearly referencing the New Jersey Birth to 3 standards or preschool teaching and learning standards in their plans? Are there notes in the lesson plans showing how teachers will support children at different developmental stages within the same classroom? Are materials, books, songs, and celebrations in lesson plans representative of the children and families enrolled? How do teachers honor and incorporate family input, traditions, and languages into the curriculum? This standard reminds us to ensure that opportunities throughout the day are intentionally provided and guided by the New Jersey Birth to 3 and/or the Preschool Teaching and Learning Standards, and to make sure that children are seen and supported in meaningful ways. When lesson planning, take a look at your schedule to consider how the Birth to 3 and Preschool Teaching and Learning Standards can be embedded throughout the day and how you can use what you know about your children to improve your practice. Lastly, encourage teachers to keep a quick reference copy of the standards at their planning table or digitally bookmarked. Make sure to explain how you ensure lesson plans are aligned to the New Jersey Birth to 3 and/or Preschool Teaching and Learning Standards. This narrative may include quotes from families regarding their culture and commentary from you on where the lesson plans meet those needs. Narrative may also include information explaining how a lesson plan has individualized approaches to an activity and make note why those choices were made given the children's developmental needs. How can you demonstrate that you know your children and use that knowledge to extend their learning? Your narrative may also include photographs illustrating your points in action. A narrative does not necessarily have to be written, but can be audio or video explanation instead. In your contemplations of the standard, consider how it aligns with your program's values. Meeting the spirit of the standard helps build a program where each child has a chance to thrive. Now, your QIP. When writing your QIP, focus on breaking the standard into clear, realistic steps. You might invite families to contribute to lessons. Use surveys to gather feedback. Design lesson plan templates that allow for cultural and developmental individualization and support teachers with training on both the standards and child observations. Build systems like routine meetings and observation tools that help teachers apply what they learn. Think about your timeline, since change takes time and ongoing PD. Consider how these practices will become part of your program's culture, who is responsible for each task, and what resources you'll need, such as sample plans, checklists, or training calendars. New to lesson planning? If staff required training on lesson planning, where and when will that occur? Do staff have time for planning? How can you build a schedule so teachers know they have dedicated time? Even 30 minutes a week can make a big difference. For further guidance on the standard and your specific program's needs, please speak to your technical assistance specialist.